such innocence, such hospitality. And as they sit around the table, the guest becomes the host. And as he blesses and breaks the bread, the change of perception culminates in the discovery of something magical and marvelous. It's a moment of magical realisms. We read, then their eyes were opened and they recognized him. What has happened? Did the physical appearance of the stranger change, or did the disciples' way of seeing things change? In my mind, the risen Christ remained a stranger. But the disciples' eyes are opened and they're able to see in him the stranger, the presence of the risen Christ. The final question is, how did they experience this? What changed their way of seeing? It's not a long sermon. It's not a beautiful interpretation. It doesn't take any words. They're simply sitting around the table, saying a prayer, blessing the meal, breaking the bread, and sharing it. It was this gesture that must have reached deep down into the pool of their past experiences, bringing back the most precious memories of intimate community. I think, yes, the inklings of poets are the forgotten adventures of God. That breaking brings back the fellowship they had experienced during Christ's ministry so many times around the table. The night of his arrest, the meal in Zacchaeus' home, the many meals of those classified as outcasts and sinners by society, the feeding of the 5,000, the wedding of Cana, meal upon meal, moments of profound connections and reassurance that God is with us. It is a scene that invites us to ponder the power of good memories in our own lives, to awaken faith and to enable an encounter with the living Christ, even when we're sitting together with a stranger. We all know the power of simple gestures, well-loved hymns, familiar faces, special places, certain smells and sounds. At that moment, we cannot but sing with Tom Waits, "You can never hold back spring. You can be sure that I will never stop believing." Something new was born. Not from above, not a divine intervention, not a deus ex machina, not some kind of supernaturalism. But what was born from below, from just a little piece of bread, a simple gesture of sharing, of care, and hospitality. And what an encouragement for us as we want to practice social solidarity, to become creative, imaginative in new ways of showing that care without necessary physical touch. There's an opportunity for us to share new ideas of truly caring for each other. And then, in those moments, suddenly we remember that we are not alone, and that's all that matters, that someone is there noticing our pain and struggle. And then Christ's promise truly comes true in those moments. I will be with you always. Those moments seem ordinary, and yet they sparkle with the promise of something new. It's important to remember that those moments do not just happen, but they take courage, imagination. They need to be created and experienced where people know the gift and value of community, of being attentive, mindful, and present to each other. And those then with deep memories will dream new dreams, see visions, sense power, and receive courage. Are we therefore surprised how the story closes? After this marvelous encounter